can raise the bar for the players, then that will put them in the best position to perform, and that's why we do what we do, to help them develop. These situations where they're playing in cup games and it's knockout competition, they want to win more than anything. It's having an understanding of that and putting them in the best position to do what they want to do, and using it again to review and then grow again and go again.
I'm Josh Brown. I'm one of the professional development phase analysts for Arsenal Football Club. Hi mate, how are you? Specialising with the Under-18 programme. So today we are going to Queen's Park Rangers, watching QPR Under-21s against Millwall 21s. There's 3 or 4 scholars who I think are going to play, and so it's going to be well worthwhile to take a look at them. The FA Youth Cup is probably the most prestigious youth tournament in England. It involves all the qualifying clubs from lower leagues all the way up to the professional academies, and anyone can play anyone, and that's the beauty of cup football.
One player tonight who starts, Emerson Sutton, who'll be eligible to play against us in 2 weeks' time. The good news is that of the players on the bench, 4 of them are also eligible, so maybe when we get into the second half and we get a proper look in at the subs, that'll probably be the most important half an hour. But in the meantime, I'll be watching Sutton as closely as I can.
Final whistle's just gone. There's been 4 players tonight that I've been able to have a look at. 1 boy who started, 3 who came on as substitutes in the second half. Now it's about getting back to Shoba, putting a presentation together, and then looking at sitting down with Birch and the rest of the coaches early next week to start preparing a game plan.
So this week we've got a normal training week, and then we've got FA Youth Cup on Saturday, which we're all looking forward to. Chance to see the lads in a slightly different competition, how they deal with the pressure of like one-off games, and definitely think as a young player, trying to teach them the importance of moments in games is a big thing, and there's no better way to do that when you have one-off games where it's knockout. So yeah, really looking forward to it. The preparations going into the QPR game, we tried to keep as consistent as in previous weeks, whether it be a league game or a cup game. The plan was to try and ramp up pressure a little bit, knowing that they'd been through that at Hartford. But in the background, there's a lot of work that's being done behind the scenes, whilst the players are just enjoying and experiencing training. From a staff perspective, we were getting ahead of the opposition potential team. So there's lots of conversations going on in the background, lots of planning. So as the week built up nearer to the game, we were ready to implement our intentions and our game plan.
Tuesday night was really interesting for me because they didn't play the shape that their 18s have played in the Youth Cup game, and then in another game that I've watched. I feel like I'm now really quite informed about what their plan B might be against us. We're just in the process of putting together some clips that I'm going to present to the coaching staff, and then we can sit down together as a group and derive a game plan from that. All right guys, I wanted to get you down and run through some key moments from the games that I've watched, as well as kind of a bit of a recap. The biggest threat for me is this transition, defence to attack in the faster moments of the game. You see the intensity of the runs behind, the intent to carry the ball, very direct. So again, winning the ball centrally, breaking with numbers through the middle, and the moments of individual quality when and if defenders stand off and give them time and space on the ball.
Do you see any differences in terms of behaviours of the right and left winger? So do they leave both up when they're defending low? Do they both come back? Does one stay up?
The left winger, he's not as comfortable helping out his fullback, which leaves his fullback in a 2v1. It's definitely something we can look to exploit. We've got options there, and in terms of attacking bigger spaces behind him, especially on transition, And I would say that getting overloads against the fullback is going to be something we can have a lot of success from in the game.
From the staff perspective, it was really us all looking at all the pillars, effective team player, champion mentality, lifelong learner and most efficient mover. Like, how do we maximise those pillars during the week to get the players in the best possible position to go and perform and show their best selves in the game.
Right, morning everyone. So these are the kids we've got training, unless there's any concerns or anything I hear different. The only thing that might be news to everyone, we've got Jack Porter with us now, whereas Josh and I were going to share the goalkeeping duties with Reece. It's now Jack Porter, which is brilliant. So unless there's anything else from any of those boys, please speak now or forever hold thy peace.
We had a lot of information as staff, but then that's all very well, but it's how you translate that to the players before match day. And one thing you don't want to do is overload our players and make it all about the opposition. So having a real focus on us and what our intentions are is a massive focus of what we do in preparation for a game. In you come. This afternoon is about technique and about concentration around the game plan, okay? Over the next few days, Pranil will grab individuals and units around some detail just to help you get all the information you need for the game. Tension in your foot, tension in your foot. If knockdowns happen when we go long, what's our intention? Go back again, yeah? So any knockdowns in midfield or at the back, can we go back in behind them again? Everyone clear? Right, onto the half pitch, let's go play. You're basically going to stay 4+1 with 2 8s and a 9 until then you start to. But remember, the purpose is to go quick, yeah? Don't feel frightened to now come in here and now play it, them ones in behind, you know, your Perlo passes, yeah? No? So then it's about us dealing with quick attacks, delaying, letting our midfielders come back, but numbers behind the ball. If we have to defend with all 11 players in our box, we should be willing to do that on the night. We start to focus more on transition, knowing that was the strength of QPR. So we spoke a lot about counter-pressing and managing men up the pitch and how we reorganise and also how we could potentially hurt them in counter-attacking and where the space is. So we always tailor it matchday -2, matchday -1 to the opposition. In our dual training on matchday -1, we always throw in a few duels where we start to speak specifically. For example, for our fullbacks, we knew that one of their wingers likes to come inside, he's inverted, so we worked a lot on defending those inside spaces. What have I said time and time again over the last month or so? We need runs, we need crosses, but also we don't need duels, yeah? That's the bit, who are we? Really all we're doing is we're activating those moments just so that they're ready for them. And again, it's always just to put our players in the best position to show their best self. Penalties, in a big goal, please. We have a real clear idea of who our penalty takers will be, who we really want to get on the pitch for penalties, and also studying the opposition's penalties and where they've had success, where they've had failures.
He's missing, by the way, he's missing. What did I say? What did I say?
Trucks is everyone, yeah? That's fine, yeah.
We're going through the opposition's front line and potentially the midfielders, looking at what they're good at, what they do, where their weakness might be, especially when we don't play against teams like QPR usually. We don't know what to expect, and I think going into that will help us a lot.
Yeah. When you can, centre-backs, don't get into the level scrap of them like you talked about. It's very easy as when he has that header, so have a look now. Don't get into the scrap and don't get yourself pinned. In them moments, just bump him. Not a foul, very, very cleverly. Before he approaches as he's jumping, it's just a little bump, that's it. Or, as much as you can, stand up, Brayden. Stand up, stand up. Before he sets off and takes off, As you see the ball's coming, as he's about to hake it, it's a little bump and then the ball's already gone, but by then his footwork's already off. Does that make sense? Good? That's it. Back to breakfast.
The message from the coaching staff has just been play how we always play with the hunger to win. Obviously, winning the FA Youth Cup is a big thing, but you can win it too much and might ruin your chance.
Semi-final, comes to a final, 2 winners of the semi. Hey, killer now. It's street rules.
Yeah, they need to.
Street rules. I've won. Come on, G. Back in. Okay, lads, well trained. Listen, I spoke to you before the last Youth Cup game about when we played Liverpool last year, and we didn't play with enough collective spirit and togetherness, right? Which is what I saw in abundance from you guys against Hartford. So it's really short, it's really important, but we have to be sure that you're constantly thinking about that. You're talking together, you're looking after each other, you're making each other feel good in the build up to the game. So important, because that stuff against Liverpool, it was like a rock through the team during the game, and then we couldn't get back. So my advice to you is be like yours at Hartfield. Yeah, you were together, and that experience will only make us stronger. But lads, like I said, don't need emotion now. Don't need it.
This is the glamour.
Key moments for this game with us, I think, is in terms of playing inside the pitch, right? So they're going to allow us outside on the first one with the ball, and then from there we've got to find a way to start to ask their players to jump. So we have a decision to make at right back and at left back. So obviously Sweetie played there in the last game, didn't he? And then you've got Copley and Ife in there with Dan, who can serve, with Louis, Andre again, almost trying to make those 2 centre forwards. If they're jumping their wing back. So staying as a 3+2, trying to get round the outside, trying to provoke these guys, right? Flatten Sweetie down in the back. Louis move up into the pocket. Okay, on the side. So what, 5 against their 5. Trying to play out the 9 and then seeing who jumps, right? Jumping outside, combining outside. Trying to get someone to jump on the inside. Now we're looking to combine quickly, central, yeah, out the other side. Okay. For an academy such as Arsenal, to get players playing in tournament football, being able to play our players under pressure, potentially in front of more fans than what they get during their general Under-18s Premier League games programme, is vital for their development. It's really important that we go as far as we can in competitions like this to help our players develop.
Morning, Nash. So we've got FA Youth Cup against QPR, Bournemouth. We have to go to Sober Realty Training Centre first. We have food, we have an analysis session. This one's just an overview, and yeah, it's just so we get that confidence ready to go into the game. Because we're a big club like Arsenal, and I just think, it's massive. It just plays into our advantage, really.
Build up for the game was the same as usual for a normal game, no changes. I think it's very important that as adults we role model that calmness, so we have a very relaxed feel to make sure that the players don't feel any tension from the staff and they feel excitement and enjoyment and looking forward to the game. So that's the first piece, really, that psychological environment. Okay lads, good afternoon. I hope you feel refreshed after your week's work. It's been a really good week's work, especially the last 2 days in the build up to this. And my big message to you is this: you put yourself in the best position to perform in this game. Welcome to your opportunity, okay? This doesn't come around a lot, Youth Cup, and for certain players, they'll only play in it once, some players playing it a couple of times, but it is your opportunity. Outwork them, outsmart them, and ultimately outplay them, lads. Starting lineup: Jack, Theo, Samuel, Braden, Sweetie, Ife, Dan, Louis, Kadic, Max on the right, and Andre up front. Bench, be ready. Every Youth Cup game I've been involved in, the bench has been important. I'm going to leave you with this. Find our frequency. We speak about it a lot now. Our Arsenal frequency, our consistency, that we're locked in by the time the game comes. We don't need to be emotional now. And the last thing, I know you will want it, I want it too, but you can't want it too much or you'll kill your performance. So stay balanced. Off we go.
FA Youth Cup's very important for all of us. It's the biggest tournament we can play in. There's loads of eyes on all of us. So performing well in that helps us all a lot. It's a big tournament.
Okay lads, welcome to your opportunity. You know the game plan, you know what to expect. Now it's about executing it, yeah? And it's about that personality, being together, that courage to play our game. I said this to you before the last Youth Cup game. If this was the last time you was ever to play football, how would you play? Leave everything out there. And if you do those things, we'll win the game. Good luck tonight. Let's go, boys. Come on. Let's go.
Arsenal's FA Youth Cup journey continues as the Gunners host Queen's Park Rangers. Just one change from the 11 that progressed from the third round. This tie has to be settled tonight, so we could be in store for extra time and penalties if needed.
Got 2 teams for today, Queen's Park Rangers and the Arsenal!
1, 2, 3, 4!
Well done! Go. Go on. Go on.
Harriman and Newson. And that left-hand side, he's got Keddick O'Neill, who's making advances, and the run has continued from Harriman and Newson. Could be in an Arsenal lead. 12 minutes into this FA Youth Cup 4th round tie.
In the build-up to this game, we spoke a lot about transition, and we trained a lot of transition in terms of counter-pressing. And Andre is a finish that he's been working on a lot this year. Call it the Thierry finish, where he opens up, side foots it far corner. So it was a lovely moment. Ray again, let's go! Who are we? Oh my God.
It's an awkward bounce and the ball is still alive, and Sutton has equalised.
It's mental.
They're very man orientated. That's why we have to move them. Free heights, drag them low. Yeah.
We've got to be better technically, guys. We've got to be better. We can be better technically, yes or no? That's the biggest issue you've got. It's the biggest issue you've got, just being good with the ball. Yeah, you're not being brave enough, you're not being strong enough, and you're not winning things, or you're not playing what the game needs. Hook it. Get it out of there. They're so frontal that you have to then sometimes just hit your last line. I've got to ask you this. I've just set this game up as your opportunity. This is the last time you're ever going to play football. Well, if I ask them the same question at the moment, they want it more. Yes or no? In every duel. But you've got to find this extra confidence in here. You know what I mean? This is your opportunity. We're in a game, great. It's exactly the same as it was at the start of the game. 0-0, 1-1, doesn't matter. It's the same. We're drawing. We're drawing. Guys, how much do you want it, man? I shouldn't be standing and want it more than you. No chance. This is your chance. This is your opportunity. So you go out there for 45 minutes. You give it absolutely everything. And we have no regrets, guys. Look at each other in the eye and make sure when you come back in this room, you've won the game. Let's go. Come on.
Copley's touch may lead to a Queen's Park Rangers attack.
All you've got! All you've got!
Sutton does arrive, and that's a cool finish that gives Queen's Park Rangers the lead.
Grown up football. Yeah, we lost the ball on the edge of the box, and then linked to their sort of playing style, very direct. And yeah, they found the spaces in between our goal frame, and yeah, interesting moment.
Juliet chipping the ball over the far side. Dowman is there, and Dowman will get there. Street didn't make the clearance, and Dowman equalises for Arsenal.
I thought Max showed lovely balance and lovely composure just to weave his way in, and you see Louis John go and get the ball, and again role modelling that next action, that what's important now mindset.
Stay on the pitch, stay on the pitch. Listen, you've got to be a leader now. When we're playing in there, they can't live with it, you see. When it's in front of them, when it's in front of them, they're happy. So we've got to play last line, okay? Well done, keep winning your duels, keep landing the seconds, basic, keep it ticking. Oh, well played. Yeah, Louis John, lovely. Here we go, Max. Flicks, come on. Good boy. Yeah, let's go, team. Let's go. Let's go over there, Ollie. So you know in the dome when we run you and I say to you how much do you want it, this is the bit now, Chooks. This is the bit, you know what I mean? Where you push yourself beyond what you think you can do. And if we believe we can go, we believe we can push ourselves harder than they can push themselves, we'll win this game. Yeah, so believe it, but do it together, guys.
Casey, 2-2-8-4. Dasovic, John scores, and Arsenal have an extra time lead.
Imagine all that emotion for the young players, having been behind, suffered in front of family, friends and people they don't know, and to show that mentality to get back 3-2, and we're in injury time, you know, that's taking emotion and energy, so it's trying to reset every time a goal goes in and just stay at our level and keep trying to maintain what we can do and think in our game plan.
In the final stages of extra time, oh no, offside, Casey off the mark. Into the penalty area. Is there more late drama? There is. And Sutton completes a hat-trick.
We just weren't able to manage that situation, whether it be the motion of the game or the rhythm of the game, the fact that we were being forced to play forward. We weren't able to find calmness in that regain moment and just keep the ball in their half and find the right moment to go and exploit again.
Come on! Come on! No one surrender! This is on player!
And we're all set for penalties.
Dan, head up now. Now you've got to do the right thing now. Listen, we're here because we showed personality. We're here because obviously we wanted to do things a little bit better, but we're here. We're here, but we've showed personality. We're going to need that same personality and bravery and courage. That's what we talk about all the time, courage and togetherness, collectiveness, yeah? To make sure this works. Our goalie, be our guy, yeah? Be our guy. But the guys that want to take one, put your hands up now. Okay, so that's 4. So our Dan and Sweetie. Oi, yeah? Okay, there's the 5.
That's the 5.
There's the 5. You're our 5. We'll tell you our order. Guys, we've practiced it. We've practiced it. Now, believe in yourself and take your time when you step up, okay? Believe in yourself. Let's do it. Come on. Let's get the job done.
I think as a coach, when you're going into the latter stages of the game, you know penalties are coming. I think the work we'd put in with the MDT in the weeks leading up to it, around penalties and pressure and the rest of it, and us having our penalty taker order, which did change slightly, but I was still very confident that I knew that we put ourselves in the best position, the players in the best position to go and have a chance at penalties, along with our goalkeeper on the night jack. From the outside looking in, can seem quite a daunting thing, but if you've prepared and you're ready for it, then it can be quite a an enjoyable experience as well, and as well, if you're in a team where you feel togetherness and that we've all got each other's back, then you know no fingers are being pointed as well, and it's go out there and do your best.
Each of these sides will make it through to the 5th round. It will be decided with the penalty shootout, and Dan Casey first up sends his effort wide. Woo! Jaden Putman will give Queen's Park Rangers the advantage, but Porter makes the save. And neither side score with their first penalty. Max Diamond steps up to score. Eventually a goal in the shootout. Hassan for Queen's Park Rangers. Yes! Another save from Porter.
Touching on sort of Jack Porter's personality against the opposition to try and get in their heads and doing his prep work, and Jack went the right way every time, I believe, and that's what I mean a little bit around. You can go the right way, but you've got to make the play.
Alex Marciniak is the next taker.
Alex Marciniak was on the bench towards the end of the game. He said, "Birch, do you want me to take a penalty?" And just so as it, I had him on my list. It's so funny you say that, Alex. Yes, please, mate.
Marciniak is the next taker, and he scores. Coolly done.
So he come on and he done really well, really composed to go and score a penalty.
Do we score in this one? And Porter nearly saved it off his feet. Zacevic John thought he'd won it in extra time, does score his penalty. Charlie Street taking his time to weigh up his shot from 12 yards, and Porter wasn't far off. Daniel Oetunde could win it for Arsenal, does win it for Arsenal.
Daniel, a really confident penalty, and we'd seen that in the training leading up to that.
And a place in the 5th round of the FA Youth Cup is secured via a penalty shootout.
What's lovely is seeing the boys all together at the end celebrating. Round of applause for Jack Porter in the penalty shootout. Outstanding. And that round of applause also includes Pranil, who's not here, and also Reese, who obviously gave you the support from the side. That's what teamwork looks like. Round of applause to the 5 players that stepped up and took a penalty. Listen, guys, that's difficult. I'm mixed emotions. My main emotion, I'm so pleased for you, is your opportunity to go and try and have a career. In this instance, your opportunity to move on in Youth Cup, right? But then on the other hand, I'm like, when's the penny gonna drop with the transition thing? Yeah, when are we gonna mature a little bit? And tonight, we couldn't really play how we wanted to play, yes or no? We couldn't. So technically, we weren't there. We wanted to play a style and beat their style with it, and technically we weren't good enough tonight, and that hurts me a little bit. And there's nothing wrong, guys, with hitting the front line. There's nothing wrong with it. Because if I hit Dowman and he's killing the fullback time and time again, do you think they're gonna press us aggressively? No, exactly. But there were a number of things where we could have done better, and that's normal for young players. But the fact that they stuck together and they were able to do it for extra time and penalties, another really good experience for the players to start to believe in each other and understand the importance of team.
I think in that manner it showed the unity that we all have to go through on penalties and stick together and go for extra time as well. So yeah, it was very important for us.
I'll tell you what I am full of pride, because there's a bunch of people, you come together and you give it everything, yes or no? You give it everything. And for me, that's also what gives you a chance to have a career. So be proud, but we got to work, guys. We got to get better, haven't we? Got to get better. We got to raise our bar, and we all believe in you, and we're all going to help you do it. Okay? Yeah? Just to finish off, we have a birthday amongst us. Okay? Alex, can you please stand on the bench? Get right in. Andre, ground, can you get tighter or not? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear.
Listen, they're not going to all be together forever. That's just not the way that youth development works, but you do as a player start to long for those moments with your teammates. it's really important that part of that piece is that they learn to become self-regulating and they can understand the game plan, and using these experiences to develop that maturity and that level of self-awareness that helps them move closer to their dream every time they go out in the training picture, every time they come into this building, because ultimately they're the ones that drive that. We're responsible for the programme and for giving them the opportunity to practice things and helping them when intensity drops, or celebrating it when intensity's there, or they do something that they've been trying to do, we celebrate with them. Yeah, I would just like by the end of the year that they've matured in that way, and they're better players and better people as a result of it, and they're ultimately closer to what they want to do as a dream.